Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
think I completely agree 100%. And I think just to add on that, when creating the safe spaces, it doesn't need to be in an organization. It can be with your friends, it could be with your family, it could be with somebody you've met at the bus stop who you've had made a comment. It starts really small and it grows. It's all about creating and having the conversation and not being scared to ask and to be corrected or to relearn or unlearn behaviors and attitudes and unconscious bias, because there is a lot of unconscious bias that we all have in terms of that. But going back into education, there's a big push to decolonize the curriculum, and that's some of the work I'm working in within Glasgow Caledonian University, and looking at how we can look at the curriculum and how it could welcome having such discussions even in the classroom, and being able to have that through research as well. Because when we're looking at our REF, which are our research outcomes, and looking at what sort of things our researchers looking at, are they looking at only issues that affect one sort of group of people rather than other sort of people? So it becomes really hard to research because there's no peer review, because there's no one researching about a certain country and doing certain things. So also just going back at looking at such projects that are happening in higher education, like, as I've said, decolonizing the curriculum, trying to go through institutions and looking at institutional racism and how you're contributing to it in one way or another, or we're all contributing to it, because there's so many little niche things that are happening within society that we're not aware of, but they do actually add on to institutionalized racism. And they won't stop until somebody calls them out or until you face them yourselves, and then you realize, oh, there's an issue here. So it's also about going and educating yourself. I know you've said you've not seen things in the news. Stop watching or change the stations you're watching. Watch African news. They're all in English, most of them, or if not, they're subtitled. So you can go and check what's happening, or what's the news in Kenya, what's the news in Nigeria, in Niger, in Libya. And then that sort of takes away the bias. So you don't only have to stick to BBC and STV and CNN and all those, because those will always sell the narrative that they want to sell about all these countries, and then you'll always think negatively. So just educate yourself as well, just to add on what Maya said.
Yeah, and